Greetings! Let's talk about the Peace Tower paper clock. This will be update number 2. So I broke it open yesterday and started reading. I read through the whole manual, started looking at the steps and the instructions, and this is not the same as the medieval clock. The medieval clock, the first one I did, was terrifically fun to build. It was just an awesome project that I really enjoyed. This one, the construction is very different. It doesn't give you this nice rigid frame pieces that you just poke together and you're good to go. This one you have to build the frames out of cardboard. You have to make these tubes, these square tubes, out of a piece of cardboard. You fold it and then glue a strip and then fold it flat and press it. And then when you're done pressing it and the glue's dry, you pop it into a square. And I think, oh, well, that's not too bad. How hard could that be? There are hundreds of these tubes, and they're various sizes and lengths, and it's just, I've been working on this for hours, and I still have a handful of tubes to do. I've got many of them the first press, and then I go through, and of course the glue didn't dry properly, so I fixed the parts that need to be improved, a second layer of glue to keep that tab down all the way, and then I got these miniature clothespins here on those parts. This one's pretty bad. And I've got several different sets of tiles, pressing all these all at once. Oh, let's get them out here and see how these did. Oh, I probably need to go through these again. Very tedious work. Not fun. Not tremendously fun. Here's more. Here's a few that I did just as a test at the beginning, just to make sure that it was going to work out right. You know, you don't want to do them all once and then find out you did it wrong. So the plan is to make these tubes, and there's two different sizes, D1s and D2s, and then they give you a template. And you take the tubes and fit them on the template and cut them at just the right angle and length, and then you have to cut little slits on them so that they can fold and be glued together at the proper angle. It's a lot of complicated construction for these flimsy little tubes to make the frame, and I'm not a huge fan of this. It's interesting. I think it was clever how they told you to fold it. It makes the tab a lot easier to glue down, and then you're also guaranteed that it's going to be straight when you're done. So you put some glue on that tab and then just fold it in half over that tab and press it, and you're guaranteed to have a straight tube when you're done, which would have been an improvement on the Rudolph clock. But I mean, I built that years ago and started building it years ago and didn't think that, oh, why don't you flatten the tube and press it when you glue that tab in there. It's not a bad idea, but it still doesn't help the fact that you've got hundreds of these to make. Hundreds. This is going to take forever, and I haven't even gotten into the good parts yet. I'm wondering if this whole clock is going to be tedious. I have a feeling it's not going to be as tedious as the Rudolph clock. It's probably going to be somewhere in between the medieval Wrebbit clock and the Rudolph paper clock. It's probably going to be right there in the middle. Very tedious. So I'm going to get all these built. I'm going to get the frames put together. I'm going to lacquer the whole thing so that it'll be rock solid. Because, again, a paper clock, even if you get it running, how long is it going to run? It soaks up a little humidity. We all know what old cardboard looks like. Don't want that to happen to the clock. So that's where I'm at. I am working on the template for the frame. And would you look at this? The third clock that I ordered arrived today. Still waiting on the first one. So I'm going to build this one. This is the second of the Peace Tower clocks. I'm going to finish this one. Then I've got this third one that I've ordered. If the first one ever shows up, I'll probably sell it online. So if I do, and if you want to build one of these along with me, look for a link to the item on eBay down in the doodly-doo. And you can buy it. Make one along with me. That'll be fun. Very tedious, these little tubes. Not a fan of this. I was thinking it might just be easier to find like pieces of wood and cut the wood to make the frame, because then you don't have to worry about drilling axle holes and all that craziness. You just cut pieces of wood and fit it together on the template. I might try that with the second clock. Maybe speed things up, make it a little more tolerable. But then again, you can't say it's made entirely of paper if you do that. This is indeed paper. It is not the cardboard of the Wrebbit clock. It is paper. So yeah. That's update number 2. I wish I had more to show. But like I said, I've been working on this for several hours. And all I've got are these flat paper strips to show for it. Very tedious. But if you happen to be James May, maybe you're into that kind of thing. So, have a good day.